Thanks for joining us for our second webinar for Lightning Lab Electric. I'm Brett Holland, the Program Director for Lightning Lab Electric, and I have with me Trevor Dickinson. Trevor is a very active angel investor. He's also quite an accomplished entrepreneur. He was fairly recently voted as Angel Investor of the Year here in New Zealand. And he's been very active in the Lightning Lab programs. He's a good friend of Lightning Lab. So it's a pleasure to have you, Trevor. Thank you very much for joining us. And what I want to do is ask some questions of Trevor about investing, what he looks for in startups, what he likes about the energy sector, and then leave some time at the end if any of the folks on the webinar have questions. We'll be able to answer them at the end. So I've got about 6 questions for you now, Trevor, and then we'll take any other questions that we have after that. All right, should we get started?
Well, thank you for the introduction, Brett.
Yeah, sure.
You missed out one.
Uh-oh, what's that?
Stop. I'm also chair of Angel HQ, the local Wellington Regional Angel Business Angel Club, which is obviously we're a very active angel group in the Wellington region.
Absolutely, you have many hats.
I do.
Indeed. I've known Trevor for a while, being in this space, and one of my favorite individuals in the entire ecosystem. So, absolutely. So let's get started, Trevor.
Okay, yeah.
First question: what do you like best about being an angel investor in New Zealand?
I think the biggest thing that impacted on me was how easy it is to be an angel investor in New Zealand, because it's quite a small community, largest country but a very small population. Very quickly you get to know all the other investors throughout the region, throughout the country, and you make quick links and ties with them all, and we work together. So generally angel groups, investment groups in New Zealand work together to ensure that we get seed funding for our startups. It's tough because, again, although we work together, we have a small investment community in reality. So we have to work to make sure we get the funds in place. That's what I really like about it.
Yeah, well, it's a very collegial community. I've noticed that. I'm a member of Angel HQ as well, and it's a really good group of folks. And like you said, work together very well. So for the startups out there, what's your top bit of advice for new companies who are eventually looking for seed funding here in New Zealand?
Well, that's been a question that's on top of everyone's mind. What makes a good startup? How do you get funding? And I suppose for me, it comes down to the team. A team that just when things are going wrong, and they will go wrong. When it takes longer, you think it'll take, and it will take longer. When it takes more money, and it will take more money, that can work together and overcome the difficulties of a startup. So I'm looking for a team that can stick together and can work together despite pitfalls that will come their way. So I'm looking for a good team. I'm also looking for a charismatic leader, if possible. It can be charismatic 2 leaders. I don't care, as long as there's someone that can really portray the company's aims and ambitions and be a front piece for that company, if that makes sense.
Oh no, absolutely. Well, and I've heard you say in many forums that it's all about the team.
It is all about the team. I've heard other angels say unfortunately they weren't New Zealand angels, but I've heard other angels say, you can always change the team out. It's all about the idea. And of course, there is some merit to that. But for me, it's about the team.
Yeah. Well, and I think, like you said, if you've got a collegial community of angel investors and they're looking to invest together on deals, and they're wanting to invest in things that they like, they enjoy the people. Would you say that angels here tend to get a little bit more involved than is typical around the world?
I can't talk for other parts of the world because I don't live there. And until I came to New Zealand, I was not an angel investor. I've been an entrepreneur, building companies and selling companies. And so becoming an angel was a change for me. But I can look, seeing how we operate in New Zealand, we do get involved with the companies. We do try to help out. I'm not sure exactly how other regions work. I think some do. But in New Zealand, we certainly get involved with the companies. Perhaps too much sometimes, But we definitely, what's our motto in Angel HQ? We invest ourselves and our money into the companies.
Yep.
So it's not just about the money. It's not about the the business. It's about investing our experience and the capabilities to allow the entrepreneurs to hopefully realize their dreams and ambitions.
Mm-hmm. And can you give some insights as, I mean, how do companies come to you? How do you find companies? How do you go about looking at them for investment?
Well, there's several ways. One, we have in Angel HQ, for example, we look at, we have 7 or 8 investment nights a year, and we may have 100 or 200 companies apply to pitch at those investment nights. We all have our own contacts, so particularly I might bring a company who I think would benefit from angel investment from that seed fund to really give them that kick and that boost. And other angels feel the same way. We also get references from our other angel groups, and very often we tie into other angel groups in time until they're around to help support a company. Mm-hmm. We also get involved in incubators, tech incubators, and Angel HQ itself. Some of the members have bought into a tech incubator in Toronto, which will hopefully produce high-tech mm-hmm. companies that can benefit from future investment.
Yeah. That's great. So quite a few different avenues, quite a few different feelers out there that bring deals.
Yeah.
And companies.
And of course, if you're on LinkedIn, don't be on LinkedIn. So nothing against LinkedIn, but you get lots and lots of people who want to befriend you on LinkedIn, and then as soon as you do, you get the pitch proposal. Very
So sorry to interrupt. The site seems to have frozen.